Sprint Vector is paid for in part by Vivace by Nikki. And wouldn't you know it, Nikki is a part of the race this season. Maybe they'll...
Welcome to Sprint Vector. Before you start racing at top speeds, we'll first need to calibrate our system to match your range of motion. Please follow the instructions on the screen in front of you. Alright, if you ever need to adjust these settings, hit that recalibrate button to your left. Now that we're calibrated, it's time to go over the basic controls. This is the T button. It will be used for many different actions in Sprint Vector. Go ahead and press the T button 3 times with your index finger. Good. This button at the center of your motion controller is the move button. Press the move button 3 times with your thumb. Excellent. This is the triangle button. Hold this button to open the menu anytime outside of this tutorial. For now, press the triangle button 3 times. Fantastic. These 3 buttons are used for quick turning. Quick turning allows you to turn in place without needing to turn your body. Quick turn 2 times, and when you're done, face the screen in front of you. Let's go over the basic action used to play Sprint Vector. We call this action your stride. Your stride will be used throughout Sprint Vector to move you forward like you were sprinting. With good form, you can move faster with less effort. First, we'll show you the Awesome. Now try it again with your left. Cool. Next, we'll... Good. Nice job. Now, try it again. Sweet. Great. Now that you have the motion and timing down, we just need to add speed. The more effort you put into your stride, the more speed you'll get in return. Repeat the same motion you did earlier, but make sure to release the T button past your hip mid-swing. Try to reach the speed marked on the speedometer in front of you using your right hand. Nice work. Now try it faster. Reach at least the medium speed marked on the speedometer using your left hand. Make sure you're releasing mid-swing, past your hip. Nice job. Great. In Sprint Vector, you can reach maximum speed shown on that speedometer with one swing of your arm. Remember that your stride will be used all the time in Sprint Vector. By maintaining good form, you can go much faster for significantly less effort. And trust me, you'll need that extra energy to pull off all the sweet stunts you can see in this video. Let's get you moving. To skate, apply the stride motion you learned earlier. First, raise your hand out in front of you. Excellent. Now that you can skate, you should be able to make it to the end of any racetrack. While skating, the more effort you put into sprinting, the faster you'll go. As you go faster, you'll start to see lightning form around your vision. To make it past these gaps, you'll need to be going pretty fast. Use the speedometer under this video to check your speed. Great job! You might have noticed that you also have a personal speedometer attached to you. Use it to gauge your speed while sprinting. Turning is simple. Just sprint in the direction you are looking. Turn your upper body to face the direction you want to go. The faster you go, the more control you'll have when turning. The finish line is right around the corner. Awesome! Now you can turn and follow the curves of our tracks. To brake, you'll need to hold both the T button and the move button at the same time on both hands. Try using the brakes to stop yourself from running off this ledge. You have to press both T buttons and both move buttons to get the full effect. Try and stop before you hit the ledge by holding the T. Braking allows you to control how you want to race by giving you the ability to regulate your speed while running and falling. Next up, let's go over the basic motion used for jumping. Jumping in Sprint Vector is a lot like launching yourself off the ground with your hands. With good form, you can jump higher and further with minimal effort. Put your hand in the glowing area in front of you and hold down the move button. Awesome! Now, fantastic! You can also jump using both hands. Try this. Cool! Now that you got the motion down, let's unlock movement and try it for real. Try. Excellent! Great! Now you're ready to try some obstacles. Let's get you jumping. You can jump twice. Give it a try. Some heights are too much for one. You made it! Congratulations! Now you can jump over obstacles along your way, even while moving at top speeds. During a race, you can jump across vast gaps after gaining some momentum from sprinting first. While your momentum carries you forward, you can jump at any point, even if you're already falling. Try running and then jumping to make it across these gaps. Now that you know how to jump while running, you will be able to soar through the racetrack and avoid obstacles easily. Now that you know the basics, let's put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track. Good. Sweet. Nice work. Nice job. You made it. Now that you've finished learning the basics, you're ready to take on the first race course. If you want to learn more mechanics, try the intermediate tutorials. Let's learn some intermediate skills. While in air, you can fly by extending both arms forward and holding down the T buttons on both hands. Just like you're a superhero. You can't jump here, so you gotta soar to reach the finish line. Try and make it to that cliff above you by flying. You made it across. With flying, you can make much further gaps than you normally would by just falling. Remember, you can fly whenever you want. You don't need a boost. While flying, you can turn by simply twisting your arms, kinda like steering a car. Point your head and hands in the direction you want to go. Try to make it to the... Now that you know how to turn midair, you can better control yourself along a racetrack when flying. To climb a wall, simply pull yourself up by grabbing the green handles. To grab a handle, hold the T button over the handle and your hand will snap to the nearest grabbable object. You can't jump here. Try and climb to the top of these walls. Good job! Now you can scale up climbable walls. You can also fling yourself up a wall to climb faster. To fling yourself, first grab a handle with the T button, hold it above your head, and then throw it straight down to the floor. Release the T button on the way down. You can't slow climb these. Make it up the walls by Fantastic! Now you can quickly scale up climbable walls by flinging yourself ahead of the competition. Double tap the T button to shoot your glove blast and blow things out of the way. Glove blast the target to open up the path. The glove blast can be used not only to interact with the environment, but also to defend yourself from others. While racing, you can also grab power-ups to augment your vector glove. Smash through a power ball and double tap. While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take the lead with minimum effort. Now that you understand these new mechanics, let's put you to the test. Use what you just learned to make it to the end of the track. Nice work. Cool. Great. Now that you completed these tutorials, you're ready to tackle beginner and intermediate race courses. Or you can come back and try the advanced tutorial if you want to master Sprint Vector.
Sprint Vector is made possible thanks to Dex.
Okay, now let's get to the advanced stuff. You might have noticed these green ribbons earlier in the climbing tutorial. These are called grip streams. You can grab any momentum you have before grabbing onto the grip stream will be kept during the ride. For this grip stream, you'll want to fling yourself across its length, just like you did in the fling climb. Just like climbing, flinging is always much faster and easier than simply holding onto the grip stream. The air brake allows you to slam towards the ground. Brake midair by holding both the T button. Integrating the air brake into your races will allow you to reduce the amount of hang time left over from flying or falling. In addition, you can combine flying with air brake to keep forward momentum while dropping. Drifting allows you to turn in place without moving your body. While skating, hold both the T button and the move button down on one hand to drift. Almost got it. Make sure not to let go of your drift buttons during the drift. Drift the entire curve. Nice! Additionally, you can sprint with your other hand while drifting to build more speed. Once you have the T and move button, you can pull your drift hand closer or further from your body to drift tighter or wider curves respectively. Drift around this corner with your left hand by pulling your drift hand close to your body. Drift around this wider corner with your right hand by pushing your drift hand further. Hold the T and move button. Nice! By pulling your drift hand closer or pushing it further from. Remember to drift while skating. Great! Now that you understand these advanced mechanics, it's time to put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track. Excellent! Nice job! Good! Congratulations on finishing the tutorials. Now you should know everything you need to race on any racetrack. If you want to know more about power-ups, feel free to try them out in the Power-Up Playground. If you ever need to practice or to refresh your skills, feel free to play any of the tutorials again. During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down by your own mines in a race. The compressor mine is a high-gravity field that makes turning difficult. The prox mine lies in wait until another racer enters the bubble, triggering an explosion. The explosion knocks back all nearby racers and disables their locomotion for a short time. During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. The Hornet Barrage fires off 3 missiles that will lock on and chase opponents down. Each successful hit makes it more difficult for a racer to build and maintain speed for a short duration. The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off. The impulse shot will fire a projectile that grows larger the further it travels. On impact, it will explode, knocking back all racers. Use it to disrupt opposing racers, or fire it at your feet and ride the blast wave. The prox mine lies in wait until another racer enters the bubble, triggering an explosion. The explosion knocks back all nearby racers and disables their locomotion for a short time. Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the T button to activate, and then start skating with all your might. Chrono Shift will warp you to the last checkpoint that the closest racer in front of you has reached. Use it to catch up to the rest of the pack. Nitro will boost you to extreme speeds. Double tap to activate, then hold the T button to boost your speed. While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take a break without losing speed. Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the T button to activate, and then start skating with all your might. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down by your own mines in a race. The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off. If you want to play around more later, you can come back here anytime to try out all of the different power-ups.
Sprint Vector is brought to you by Maguma. If you're a cool teen with an edgy outdoor lifestyle, or just an adult still living in the past or your parents' house, Maguma is the skate, surf, and fashion stuff to meet all of your needs.
If you're watching Sprint Vector at home, make sure you listen on Presto's headphones. Now with 4D sound, so you can feel the impact just as much as you hear it.
Hey, Mr. E, I'm curious. Aren't we supposed to wear Duroc on set? You're always in that suit.
Trust me, Tran, I'm wearing one of Dorata's products. You could say I'm very intimate with their brand. I can feel the excitement building. It's almost game time. Sometimes we let fans send in their suggestions.
The 10-second light is flashing. It's almost go time.
Here we go!
Look at all these racers. It's getting me pumped up.
Well, if they were off any faster, we wouldn't be able to see them.
Here's hoping, Mr. Entertainment.
Oh my, they're going off the beaten path. Ding, checkpoint.
No more chances.
Mr. E, let's get this race rolling. Let's get out there and do this dang thing. Woo!
Wow, Tran, finally getting into the game.
Not at all, but I just chugged a can of Sidekick, and now everything is vibrating.
Through the checkpoint. Let's hope they make it to the...
They're grappling the grip stream.
They are cutting it up. Shortcut style. Checkpoint.
Whatever. I don't think that was on purpose.
They're really pouring it on. Here we go. We're almost to the end.
It sure is nice to have the first-person broadcast available this season with a Daxscape camera.
And thanks to our partnership with the Dimensional Crossover Network, those Daxscape broadcasts are available in alternate realities.
You mean somewhere out there in an alternate dimension, someone is sitting at their computer watching this very game? That way is a lot faster, but is the risk worth the reward? I lose more and more contestants that way.
Up and Atom, they're flying! A hands down win.
Actually, it looked feet down, hands flailing to me, Mr. Entertainment.
It's just an expression, dear. The live
chips are
broadcast
down.
of Sprint
All the
Vector
more
is
reason to
available
charge
only
harder.
on SMKDN, the #1 intergalactic sports and news network. And the only network with satellites powerful enough to take over every other network. Suck it, Corperium Intergalactica Broadcasting! Who's derivative now, huh?
Sprint Vector is made possible. After a tough race, our competitors like to wash away that stank with spice. Need to smell good? Spice things up a little. 'Quality up here sure is great thanks to these Prestos.
They're the best headphones out there. And I'm not just saying that because they're paying us.
So they're check cleared?
Well, I hope these racers are done warming up. It's almost time to begin. Seconds to race time, folks. The event is about to begin. Here we go!
Don't forget to stretch. It'd suck to pull something and lose.
They're off in hot pursuit of that victory! Soaring to new heights!
Wait a minute. Are we supposed to be over there?
They've reached the checkpoint with no signs of slowing down. Past the checkpoint and into the ugly part.
With races like these, they're all ugly cars.
Here's a helpful tip about our new traps. Don't let them hit ya.
Don't listen to him, racers. Why let a deadly trap stop you from doing you?
That last step is a doozy, folks. And we're gliding.
It looks like they've hit the checkpoint.
Uh-oh, that didn't look intentional.
How long do you think before they hit the bottom? Cool! Now they're just hanging off a green thingy. sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent.
I would commend their effort, but clearly they didn't put enough effort in to win, so...
Somebody call the safety control rooms! These contestants are on fire!
I wish, Mr. E. I really do. When our racers need a boost, they reach for grit, packed with protein and that gritty texture, so you know it's probably healthy for you. Just don't think about the taste.
Sprint Vector is made possible by mud bars. Feeling hungry? Nothing beats the taste of mud. Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end Vector blades and the only blades worn by our abductees. Contestants. The crowd sure is excited for the race to begin. Listen to that roar. We're getting closer and closer to the game beginning.
Mr. E, let's get to 10 seconds to match.
Here we go! Look at that speed! It's like they don't even know what's coming.
It's not often you see people accelerate towards certain injury, but here we are.
Arms up into the controlled glide. You know, it's unusual for contestants. Hang on tight, kid! Get up that grid screen! Up, up, and away! When the road gets tough, the smart racer gets off the main road. And they're at the checkpoint.
My fashion line, Shran by Shran, will be released wearing a set of jewelry inspired by this season's Sprint Vector competitors.
That's great, honey. We're all very proud you've managed to upsell that shiny trash across the keep pumping those lips. It's the 11th hour. Crank that control slide. Across the finish, we have a winner. Wowza, what a race! I sure did pick some winners this year.
Well, they can't all be winners.